we're going to kick you in the teeth. All right. And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
You like that? You like that?
Scott, did you come up with the correct response? Who wanted to kick that field goal?
With the second pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Mitchell Trubisky, quarterback, North Carolina.
Welcome to the NFC North podcast. Welcome to the NFC North podcast. I'm your resident Lions fan, Eric. It's Halloween week, and I'm thoroughly disturbed after finding Cole's OnlyFans account that features videos of him sitting bare-bottomed onto pumpkins, also known as pumpkin smushing. Speak of the devil, here he is.
This is Cole William Whitlaw Gibson, resident Packer fan, microwave chef, and pumpkin lover. Up next.
Yo, what up? It's Blaze, the resident Bears fan. Not a lot of joy, not a lot of Halloween spirit for me. Just saw my team get massacred, so it's right in the Halloween genre. So finally, our final co-host is
Christopher Pera, Vikings fan, Kirk Cousins stan, and #1 subscriber to Cole's OnlyFans.
Fuck yeah!
because you're the only fan.
You guys doing anything fun for Halloween?
Not a damn thing.
I am headed to Canada to visit some family now that the borders
really?
finally open up. Yeah, I fly out on Thursday, so I won't be here. I won't be on the podcast next week. I'm sorry, all of our listeners. It's gonna be a shitty
We're gonna have
episode.
Kevin on next week, but yeah. Are you going to Vancouver then, or?
Yeah. So I'm gonna fly up to Vancouver and head over to Victoria, Vancouver Island, and hang out with the family out there for about a week. I'll be back on the 7th, I think, is when I fly back.
Very cool. I'm going to UMaCon. I'm going to anime convention, so at the TCF Center. Jamal Williams will be there. So.
I love that guy so much.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Speaking of Jamal Williams, let's get into the Rams beating the Lions 28-19. And multiple times this year, Lions have really seemed to punch above their weight class, but it's like the talent deficiency is just, it's real. Every time we seem like we're in it for 2-3 quarters, then you just see either Jared Goff, throw a pick, you see our secondary get just bombed, and it's like the same story every time. But I don't know, I definitely compliment the coaches here. I think Dan Campbell did a hell of a job. I love, the fake punts. I love the onside kick in the first quarter. And, yeah, I mean, it was almost looking like Campbell was, out-coaching McVay for 3 quarters. But, Goff, he threw that pick to Ramsey, and that sealed the game pretty much. I don't really think we can call this a Stafford revenge game. His stats were very good, but it's not like we just came in and, he just completely blew the doors off us. We covered the points, and, we were frisky, so that's cool. But, Blaze, what did you think of this game?
Yeah, as I was simultaneously watching my Bears get their ass kicked, I saw a Lions team on the other end of the spectrum actually looking like they wanted to play a game. I'd like to be the first to apologize about the mad disrespect I talked about the Lions last week. They showed a lot of gut and heart, and I always keep saying it. DeAndre Swift, he doesn't get the carries, but man, out in the backfield, who else would you want? The defense, like you said, punched way above their weight class. I think kind of like the Minnesota game, they gave up a lot of yards, but they didn't give up as many points as they probably should have. They stopped Henderson, who's been running over defenses all season long, so that was pretty shocking. Again, it just comes down to what we're going to say about the Lions every time they lose, is that they just don't have the overall talent to actually come through and win these games. It was a great moral victory if you ever want to count those. But at the end of the day, the Rams are just better. But yeah, Matt Stafford did not have his his curtain call, so to speak. So it's very good, and Goff is just trash though. So that's #1
for sure. Cole.
Yeah, so obviously I was happy to see Matt Stafford continue on his upward trend of future MVP Hall of Fame career. It was also nice to see Matt Stafford lead a fourth quarter comeback victory against the team that let him down so many times.
I don't think that was a comeback, was it?
Yeah, it was. They were down.
They were down. They were down 17-16.
Okay,
Yeah.
17-16.
Fourth
Yeah, all right.
quarter.
You can
That's
call that
Matt Stafford fourth quarter
if you want.
comeback, baby. No, it was a fun game to watch. I thought the Lions. I mean, they played well. Dan Campbell did a lot of crazy kooky stuff that I was kind of all about with, like, you know, the onside kick and stuff. That team is very undisciplined, though. I mean, you guys had like 8 penalties for almost like 100 yards of penalties. It was pretty bad. DeAndre Swift, he's a dude, but I think you just need to move him to wide receiver because he is like your number one wide receiver at this point.
I need him for
like the
fantasy.
tandem there. Yeah.
But
For sure.
he also plays to Goff's strength of Goff will just, he loves dumping it off for 2-yard passes every time to Swift. But Matt Stafford threw the ball a shit ton, got 300-something yards, 3 touchdowns, played really well. Did anyone? I still haven't seen MCDC cry, so I think he just doesn't care anymore. We'll see
So
when
it was a one-game thing.
Yeah, well, when they go 0-17, he should definitely cry then.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
well,
speaking of just random fact, Cooper Kupp is on pace to beat Calvin Johnson's single-season record. And is there a connection between who the quarterback was?
Yeah, it's called having a really good quarterback.
having a good quarterback that was made better by a better coach and a better team around him. Yeah, for sure. Like he's not an MVP, and he's just playing better because he's on a better team.
Yeah,
like that's.
I know. I love Stafford though.
Well, Chris.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely an exciting game to watch. You know, I'm pretty sure we were all rooting for the Lions at one point. I think at one point they were up 19-16. Then just the fourth quarter happened, couldn't do much. But yeah, those penalties they were timely. They were just, drive breakers. But I think the other big key that a lot of people are talking about is their red zone. 0 for 5. That's, can't really be doing that when you're actually looking like a competent team against the Rams, who are, a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Cooper Kupp. I mean, I don't see many people stopping that dude this year.
Yeah, it's the same story with Goff in the red zone every time. He can't do it. He cannot get it in the end zone. And then also PFF marked that 4 out of the 6 guys in our secondary gave up an above 110 passer rating when targeted. And so that's not exactly, Stafford being this amazing QB. It's our secondary sucking.
Oh, yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, they had no answer for Kupp, and that was really the bottom line. And, of course, the penalties killed us. And maybe you could place that a bit on the coach, but also it's like the whole team, they're very inexperienced on top of being talent deficient. Like, we have a lot of guys that we just signed off the street, really. So that's probably why there were so many penalties, and we might continue to see that. We'll see this next week against the Eagles. It should get easier for us. So I guess we'll move on to the Bucks beating the Bears 38-3. Very, very rough here. Yeah. Cole's prediction of just a field goal. Did you say 3 for this? I think I said 3 for this one too.
Yeah.
So, I said 28-3 actually.
Yeah, I was actually nice. I said the Bears would get 1 touchdown, and that's my fault for thinking that they could even do that, because we all know they're a field goal team. That's what they do. They're a field goal team.
So Fields, he threw 3 picks. He had a passer rating of 44.3, lost 2 fumbles, had 3 fumbles overall. And this was something I, didn't really notice before, which is actually a structural problem with Fields, is he has a very slow delivery. And it makes it easy for defenders, to come in and hit him when he's about to pass it, and that lets it up for him to fumble more. And that's a structural problem that, you don't want to see in a young QB, but, it's something that could possibly be fixed. Who knows? Khalil Herbert, though, was the one bright spot on the offense, even though he wasn't able to score a touchdown. That Bucs defensive line is just too good. So, Blaze, what did you think of this one?
I didn't think. I just reacted. I remember I went to the bar to watch it. I live in Tampa, so I had to go out and show my Bears pride, show my Bears colors. that lasted all about like 3 minutes of the first quarter, and I knew exactly where that game was going. I'm taking a hard look at this team now. The past, I've had, a day and a half to think about it. I think we can all agree Nagy needs to, go find some other profession to do. I think the offensive problems really starts up in the offensive line. I keep giving them credit for, actually, being competent in the run game. But as Eric said, Fields does not understand how fast the NFL is right now. So, he's doing that extra tuck if he can think he can run away. But, the fast guys on the D-line, and they're catching him. So he needs – it all goes back to the training camp, in my opinion, is that he should have been with the first team to begin with, it looks like. Because it seems like the chemistry that should have been with A-Rob, should have been with Mooney, should have been with the offensive line in general. It's just not there. And then the defense, it's just classic Bears defense. The offense just keeps turning it over, and they just get beaten down. Like I said, I've been delightfully surprised with Jalen Johnson this entire year until I saw him get just absolutely toasted. Mike Evans had an incredible game. Leonard Fournette did whatever the heck he wanted on the ground. This is a team that I'm not even half joking, feeling confident about going into the next game. And it's San Francisco next week, and then I'm going to Monday Night Football against the Steelers, which before this week I would have been like, you know what? We put up a fight against the Packers. We did all right. Now there's just questions everywhere, and I don't really see any answers. The team's not responding to Nagy. They're starting to throw under the bus again. Extremely disappointed compared to how competitive we played the Packers last week. But that's all I'm really going to say about it. So I'm going to go to Chris because I don't want to hear Cole speak right now.
Maybe it could be another instance like what happened with the Browns where they just demolished everybody on the Bears, didn't matter who they were. Maybe they'll have a bounce-back week this week. Highly doubtful from what I've seen because, like I said, all year, that offensive line is not good. I don't care that they had a 100-yard rusher. He had 29 on 1 yard, on one run, and then 17 more carries to get to the 100. I watched Justin Fields when he was in college. He looked good in college, but granted, a lot of people do. But yeah, he needs to, I don't know, maybe revamp that whole throwing motion he has. He takes a little too long to go through his reads. He was hit so many times from the blind side. It's almost like he forgets to look to his blind side half the time. And, there's just a lot going on with that team. And the end of the season can't come soon enough for them right now.
Yep. Cole, so I'm going to pitch this question to you. Mm-hmm. Is there any point in keeping Matt Nagy as head coach still, this week?
No,
Should they just...
No. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that firing him, that could be a fire under the ass of the team. But, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think at this point, if the Bears want to save any resemblance of a fan base, I mean, Blaze looks like he's about to jump off a bridge. They need to fire Nagy and hope that team gets a bunker mentality and the interim head coach comes in. Because, teams, whenever they have an interim head coach, seem to, win a couple games that they probably shouldn't. I mean, the Raiders already won one game with their interim head coach. Dan Campbell, when he was with the Dolphins, he won a few of them as an interim head coach. Can't do it as a head coach, but as an interim for sure. But me personally, I love this game because, Blaze gives me so much shit for all the field goal talk. Because obviously I hate the Bears, but just watching them kick one field goal all game was such a treat to watch. And
we should have gone for it. That's what I don't understand about Nagy is we're already down. We're not going to get that many opportunities in the red zone.
No, you guys were. I mean, by the end of the first quarter, that game was done 100%.
I thought by the end of the first series, I was like that. That huge punt return from I think his last name was Darren or whatever. I was like, all right, this is just gonna be a long ass game. But I stuck there the entire night.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Probably even a little longer than I should have.
I will say it. The Bears and the Bucks punted exactly 4 times apiece. So that's an interesting fact. I mean, just one involved people scoring, and the other one involved them turning the ball over a bunch. So,
Yeah.
The Bears' defense is good, like I said. It's just you can't have them out there for 30, 40 minutes a game. That's called fatigue.
Yeah, the turnovers, that
They were
puts so
bad.
much stress on your defense to immediately get back on the field and try to, defend. So, yeah, they
Tom Brady, where's my Bitcoin though, man? I need the...
one Bitcoin, some signed helmets, a couple tickets, and also Tom Brady mocking you on Monday Night Football with the Mannings. Just shitting on the guy that gave back the football too.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
what
so
a
dumb.
dick.
Well, I'm holding out of that ball for
It was
life.
dumb though. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Like that guy. That's like
He shouldn't have
Barry
given back to him,
Bonds.
but still, like he did do he gave the ball back, I guess, and Brady still mocked him, and he's like, okay, I'll throw you a few things, whatever, and Brady's worth like $1.5 billion. He could have just signed him a check easily for like $250K, half of what he would have gotten.
That's what he should have done though.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna agree
I
with
mean-
Romo. Go for a mill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think
Get
they
season
appraised the ball at
tickets next year, Tom
500K
Brady
or something. Yeah, they appraised the ball at 500K, like an independent agency did, and yeah, what they he gave them. Maybe the Bitcoin will be worth 100,000 in the near future or something, but everything else not worth that much.
I like how
Or
it's
it could drop down
$1,000
to
in their
nothing.
team store.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
What a dumbass! Oh
Yeah.
my god, I would have been like, sorry, Mike Evans, you owe me $100,000.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, you owe me $200,000, and then we're done. How about that?
that almost reminds me. There was a time I was at the casino. I rarely ever go to the casino, and then I went to just pull out like $100. And for some reason, the ATM at the casino spit out $500, and I was like, "Wait, shit! Is this like somebody else's money?" I checked my account, made sure no money was taken out of my account, and nothing was. And I was just like, "All right, I'll just take this, I guess." It's almost the same situation. But I think that's the owners of the casino. They'll they'll look at the people drawing out money at the ATM, and sometimes they'll give you free money to go gamble, hoping that you're gonna get an itch, and then just do more and more. But I don't know.
Finally, a good pulling out story.
All right. Well, Packers beat Washington 24-10, and this was just Packers taking care of business as they have all year against inferior teams. One thing, the Packers have looked good all year, but they haven't really had a very tough schedule. So I think this week we will see what they're really made of, even though they're going to be very injured. But Washington was really bad in the red zone. They were, 4 times they didn't score there. And, yeah, the run game for the Packers wasn't exactly getting going. But I think Taylor Heineke was just so bad, there was nothing that the Washington football team could do. Cole, yeah, what did you think of this one?
Well, first off, every team is going to be bad compared to the Packers. They're all below them. So
Not the Cardinals.
Well, but I love the game. I mean, I was very happy with how the Packers offense played against the Washington football team. I know that the Washington football team's defense is atrocious somehow. I don't know how they fell apart that quickly after being awesome last year to this year. But it was a fun game. I obviously loved it. I mean, Packers winning is always good. But again, I have to go back to what are the refs and stuff doing? I felt bad for the whole Taylor Heineke not touchdown situation where he dove forward, and which. I mean, it's also on Heineke because you're right next to why did you just fall down at the goal line instead of just, I don't know, diving inward? But he fell down, and they said that he gave himself up even though he didn't really slide or anything like that. I don't know. I felt like they probably should.
It looked like he tugged. Right?
Yeah, it looked like he was just kind of diving, but a really shitty dive. But I didn't like that call at all. I thought Washington probably should have had that touchdown because then I think that was also he fumbled it on the end. It was just a whole mess. But it was good to see that the Packers defense stopped some red zones. They stopped 3 red zones for the first time this season, so that was exciting. And then Rodgers just killing it. But it'll be interesting next week. Next week against the Cardinals. That's going to be a big big game.
Chris, what do you think of this one?
Actually, I don't think Heineke was as bad as the numbers look. Yeah, he had some terrible throws here and there, but the dude just put that team on his back and had them in the red zone. Should have had the touchdown, shouldn't. I don't know. To me, he didn't look like he gave himself up. I was very confused, probably like most Washington fans were. And then right after that with the fumble, and then he recovers since he was touched. He was still down. It was just a bad series of events right there for that team. But yeah, no, I think their defense actually showed up this week. They didn't have 300 passing yards. They didn't even get anywhere near 100 yards. So I think their defense actually did what they needed to do. They just couldn't get those couple stops when they needed to. But, you know, Terry McLaurin had a huge day. Heineke led their team with the rushing. I mean, that can't do that. I mean, if you actually want to stay in this league, you can't be the main source of rushing. Just like
Unless you're Lamar. Yeah.
Even with him, I give him like
Yeah,
I
true.
give him
Not
like
this
I know
week,
I
but,
give him
yeah.
like 2 more years and his legs are gonna be done.
Yeah, RG3 situation. Hopefully
But yeah, no,
not.
I really enjoyed that game. Yeah, again, Green Bay's just gonna find a way to win, like they always do.
Yep. Blaze?
Yeah, Packers looked really good. That was the first game. It was the only 1:00 game out of the NFC North. So I got to watch it in entirety. First of all, can I just say I love Tyler Heineke. I think it's such a great story about how, you know, he went from rags to riches, basically, as far as being a quarterback. Boy, Aaron Rodgers is kind of on that swagger now, it's the Aaron Rodgers that I hate. It's when they, like, you know, in between plays, he's just kind of smiling and laughing, and, you know, because he just knew he was going to win that game, which is pretty surprising because the Packers had been dog shit at goal line, you know, or not goal line, but red zone defense, and they showed up. Even, like, I'm not a Packers defender, so I'm not saying this. I'm just saying this is a complete rule book. It's because quarterbacks are treated so differently from a regular runner. I could actually see how the refs could see that he gave himself up. But no, the Packers looked like they were going to win it from really the first snap. Shout out to Robert Tonyan on getting a touchdown on National Tight Ends Day because they would not let us forget.
Yeah, no, they would not.
But yeah, that's the hometown boy getting his touchdown. But yeah, no, Packers are. I've been saying this in our group chat basically the entire past week, is kind of alluding to what Eric said. Is who have the Packers played? They beat the Bengals, which they maybe shouldn't have. And other than that, what other playoff team have they actually beaten? So
Right now, the Saints.
This,
Oh no, they lost them.
I don't think the Saints are a playoffs team, though.
They're in a spot.
Whatever, fringe. My point is, this week is the week where we're going to find out who the Packers truly are, because they're pretty good at beating up on cream puffs. But let's see when the when you know someone their own size shows up to the lunchroom. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about more of that later, though. Good game for the Packers, though.
For sure. And next up is our fun topic. We are going to do a candy fantasy draft. So, being Halloween, we're all going to pick 5 candies, snake draft style, just like our fantasy football draft. And I'm going to say right off the bat, I am vegan, so I don't even eat milk, milk chocolate. And I did not have a sweet tooth when I was a kid, so...
You're the worst kind of person.
He's just making excuses already.
I have a salt tooth, dude. I love like salty stuff.
There's
but
salty
sweet stuff,
saltwater taffy.
Come on, just fucking. There's lots of things. Quit being a
candies.
stooge.
But I dig deep in the old factory for some of these candy bars here. So we're gonna go in the order of our fantasy draft this week. So Blaze, he actually won our fantasy draft this week, but he still has the least amount of points. I have the second least. Chris has the second most, and Cole has... So the order of this is going to be Blaze, me, Chris, Cole.
Hell yeah.
And we get 5 candies here. So, Blaze, let's start out with you.
All right. I want to hurry up and preface, though, that I won with the only person not drafting the quarterback. Anyway.
Shut up.
Easily
We'll get to
the
that.
number 1 pick. I mean, this is the big boy. I mean, we're talking about, this is the Adrian Peterson of candies, all right?
Better make it right.
We're going Reese's Cups miniatures, frozen.
Okay,
Frozen or salad.
can we split up like all the Reese's cups? Like we can say, okay, sticks, Reese's sticks, and then like
Yeah, but since
know.
he said cups, I
Yeah,
think it'll
no
eliminate
more
all of the
I'm
other
saying
cups.
Cups miniature, though.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't know.
so
I
then,
think they're
but that
different.
means I can either
Yeah.
think, oh, Reese's cups normal.
yeah.
But those are two. They're actually two different candies.
No, they're
though.
not.
No.
Blaze, you're not
For the
gonna,
sake of
you're not
this-
gonna have 5 things of Reese's on your
Yeah, otherwise my
draft.
entire list will just
Reese's
be
Flight
different
Chocolate.
Reese's.
No. If it's
All
like
right, no, okay. I'm gonna say Reese's Cups, but I'm specifically talking about the miniatures that you put
We know.
in your freezer and
Yes,
wait
in
all
the
night
freezer
and-
is the best.
By the way, we're gonna do a poll with this on Facebook, so the crowd can pick out who has the best candy selection here. That being said, going into me, I'm gonna pick Snickers. That was actually one that I would eat when I was little. Isn't there an extra nutty Snickers?
Yeah, they have a peanut butter one too,
fuck, I don't know.
and a brownie one.
You pick Snickers. He picked Reese's. You pick Snickers. Why you guys making this so complicated? Go, Chris.
Because
Go, Chris.
if you just want to actually specify, we can.
Oh,
All right, I
God.
pick Snickers. All right.
So those are my 2 go-tos, but my third go-to, Swedish Fish.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's a
okay,
good one.
fair.
That's a good one. I'm
I
going.
didn't even put that on my list.
Yeah, I'm going Kit Kat. What are you guys doing? Kit Kats. You gotta have a Kit Kat.
give me
Hey,
a
don't tell me
break.
you're that asshole that bites it instead of breaks it off.
I don't have to tell you what I do with anything. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Kit Kat, and then on the way back, I am going to pick. Let's go with Skittles.
Okay.
Skittles
Yeah,
over.
Ooh, Skittles.
Interesting.
So my only question
going
is
beast mode.
this candies that are current of all time?
Anything, man.
We can do all
All
time.
time. What do you
Oh,
mean?
if that's
Yeah.
the case,
What do you?
Wait, how old are you? What candy
oh
is
yeah, hold
gone?
up. You're gonna find out how old I am, mother. Berries and cream Starburst.
Berries and cream, berries and
There
cream,
you go.
berries and cream.
I hate everything that's happening.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with M&M's.
There you go.
Nice and simple.
Classic.
Just M&Ms?
Can I like just pick the whole fucking thing? Yeah, you know. Should we specify? I thought we were not specifying.
I think you should specify, but then no one else can pick that candy. I thought that's what you were saying.
Is there a certain
Like,
type of
like
M&M
if your
that you
favorite
enjoy?
is peanut butter M&M, like you gotta sell it. You're the one doing this on this poll, right?
I
Like,
think just the normal M&Ms, like chocolate, you know.
Those are good though. You can't go
Yeah.
wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Blaze, you got 2 here.
I'm going with Three Musketeers.
Ooh.
The nice little, the fluffiness. It's fluffy. And then I'm gonna have to go more towards since I've done 2 chalkies so far. So let's go Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Ranchers,
Ooh.
fair.
Overrated.
All right, I'm doing a deep cut here. Sour Warheads.
Woo.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good
baby,
one.
those are
Yeah.
delicious. The black cherry ones.
Fuck yeah.
I remember back in grade school, kids used to like talk about like someone put like 10 in their mouth and like lose all their taste buds. And
Yeah.
How many fucking
Like,
warheads
there
could
were
you
urban
do?
legends around where
Blaze, I got one question for you. For your Three Musketeers, is it the normal size or the miniatures you get for Halloween?
normal. Cause
I don't know. Those
okay,
little bite-sized
so-
ones though are so good.
Okay, it's really weird though, because how I eat like candy. So I like to bite the tops off, just the chocolate, and then I lick out the filling.
What a
I will be
weirdly
honest, I've never
sexual
heard of
way
anybody
to
doing
eat a
that.
Three
Yes.
Musketeers.
Listen, I'm not saying it's normal. I'm
Did you
just
start an
saying I do it.
OnlyFans for that? You should record that. You could probably say it. I know a platform. Put it on OnlyFans.
All
It's a
right,
mukbang.
So with
Yeah.
my next pick, and this is mainly when I'm at the movies, but cookie dough bites.
Ooh,
Cookie dough bites.
Ooh,
All
okay.
I like that. I like
Oh,
that.
they're so good.
All right, my turn, right? I am going to go with Sour Patch Kids. Delicious.
Can't go
And
wrong either.
and not Almond Joys, but Mounds. The dark chocolate without the almonds. The Mounds.
Oh no, that doesn't count. Mounds are so trash.
Fuck you, man.
You know you're gonna say circus peanuts. Are
I don't know.
delicious,
Go
too.
suck on a
got an
fucking
orange peanut for
Starburst
me?
from '85.
Joe Cole's
my
gonna make the
God.
candy corn his last pick. We already know.
Candy corn is trash. I do not know why that exists. I have a whole rant about
God.
how fucked up candy corn is. But go ahead, Chris.
And the vegan over here is gonna be like, "How about non-caramelized caramel apples?
Just apples.
They're just apples.
All right, so
A virgin apple, virgin caramel apple."
Virgin. My next one is Toblerone.
What?
Ooh,
Never heard of Toblerone?
Mr.
No.
International over here. You don't know.
Oh,
what,
you got okay.
It's
How do you
German.
spell that? How do you spell that?
It's German. Come on, man.
It's Toblerone.
Little triangle.
L-E. I'm not German, so I don't know why you keep repeating.
It's not even German. It's Swiss.
Oh, is it Swiss?
Swiss.
Whatever.
Swiss
It's-
chocolate.
how do you not know
Yeah.
what a Toblerone is, though?
I don't know.
You
Your mom
literally,
didn't
it's your
teach me.
triangles and you break them.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird.
Wait, you've never had them, Blaze?
No, he's never
you're
heard
still,
of one.
okay. I was gonna say, come on now.
All right. Next up, I am picking Pop Rocks.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink a little Coke with that. Watch your stomach explode or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Fuck yeah. I mean, these are a little, non-traditional, I guess, but I like,
Yeah, Pop Rocks are good.
yeah.
So this is
That goes
my
to
fifth pick,
Blaze. Yeah, your fourth and fifth.
Fourth and so I get two. Nice. Okay, so my fourth pick, I'm gonna go with a deep cut. But the people that I know that know it, they'll already know because you went foreign. I'm gonna go koala yummies. I don't know if that's what they're actually, but you get
How about
this
the little koala
package
bears?
of koala bears, the graham cracker koala bears, and they're filled with chocolate.
Oh, dude, those things are so good.
Those are freaking
But
fire.
are those
and the little
considered a
packages
candy
they
or
come
are
in.
they considered a cookie?
I'll allow it.
Well, then cookie dough bites doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. It's not cooked. We'll go with it though.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna call
Those
it.
are
We're
those
good.
are solid.
Wait, are you
So
are you saying candies
Koala
can't be
Yummies.
cooked?
Yeah. Koala Yummies, and then, wait, did you get a fifth one there?
Then let's go another wild card. This one might be. I mean,
Candy
people know
cane.
it, but it's a really love hate. Let's go Fun Dip.
Fun Dip?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nah, no. It's not fun.
Okay.
It's not.
This was the other one I actually had a few, decent amount of times as a kid that I'm surprised nobody said it yet. Twix.
You son of a bitch.
That's pretty
But
good.
which one, the left or the right?
Yeah.
That does matter.
Uh,
Oh, boys.
what's even the difference? Yeah.
There is.
One has more
That's the
caramel.
whole
Okay.
caramel.
I'm sorry, caramel. Oh, what to do for my last one? This is a tough choice. You know what? I don't think
Peppermint
anybody's thinking of
candies.
it. That's what I was just gonna say. York peppermint patty.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, that's a breath mint. That doesn't count.
Well, I'd say Klondike bar, but it's fucking ice cream.
Is there a cookie in that as well?
No, I don't think so. I think Klondike
No.
bar is just ice cream.
There's not
with
like a
chocolate.
thin cookie.
No,
No, not Klondike.
I mean, there's,
Peppermint patty.
oh no. It's just
No, it's
not
just
like a
your
thin
chocolate
cookie?
and mint.
it's just
No.
chocolate and mint.
I thought
Anyhow,
there was like a thin cookie in there.
my last one is one that I think is extremely underrated. That not a lot of people eat it. It's a deep cut. It's a whatchamacallit bar. They're fucking
Those are
delicious.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good.
God, I love those.
I remember
things.
those.
That's a good one. That's actually
Yeah.
a really good one.
All right, so to recap, Blaze had Reese's Cup Minis, Three Musketeers, Jolly Ranchers, Koala Yummies, and Fun Dip. I had
Dude, that's a
Snickers,
dope ass one.
M&M's, Sour Warheads, Pop Rocks, and Twix. Chris had Swedish Fish, Berries and Cream Starburst, Cookie Dough Bites, Toblerone, and York Peppermint Patty. These are all like kind of unique, except for Swedish Fish. The rest were like very specific ones, and I think that you're gonna get some votes, because you're so specific. But then, yeah,
I'm also
the
gonna pay
average
off
person
the-
might
pay
not
off
vote
everyone.
for it. And then last but not least, we got Cole with the Kit Kat, Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, Mountains Dark Chocolate and whatchamacallit bar.
Dude,
Wait, time out.
What?
So I thought the premise was like, that's like what we're putting out on our porches.
I mean,
Chris is just really strange and far out there.
That's fine. If the kids don't want it, that's just more for me. Then.
Berries and cream and then a York peppermint patty.
How would you
Here's the
like
thing,
some?
They don't make berries and cream anymore.
Yeah, would
So
you
I was
like-
asking if we could do old?
Would you like
one
an
out of like
expired-
10 kids will go up to his porch and just be like, "Oh my God, these are all the things I love."
And I will be the other 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I crushed you guys in this. Your guys' lists are.
I
I
mean,
don't
you
even
and your
remember the
3
first
Canadians
draft.
that listen to maybe.
Yeah. You had a very
Oh, yeah.
Canadian draft, Cole.
What
I don't know how to
does that
explain it.
mean?
It's just very Canadian. You know?
If it was Canadian, I would have fucking thrown in some Smarties, maybe an Aero bar or a Coffee Crisp. Coffee Crisp, oh fuck.
In
those
my
are so
head, like
good.
when I was hearing you, say each candy you had, I just kept on saying, "What's the Sola Boot?" And yeah. Well, anyway, let's go on to next week's games. Right now with the pick'ems, I'm at 9-8. Blazers at 12-5. Cole 11-6. Chris at 10-7. After last week, I was the only one that picked the Lions in that game, and then everyone else went 3-0. It was kind of a easy week, two, Bears, Bucks, and the Packers, Washington. That was pretty easy to pick. But anyway, let's start out with 49ers at the Bears. So 49ers, they just lost to Indianapolis, and they're not looking too hot this year. Jimmy G has not been playing well when he's been healthy. Trey Lance, obviously, not quite there yet as a rookie. At least they got Elijah Mitchell back, and it's okay. And the thing is, though, I think Kyle Shanahan, his back's against the wall right now, and that D-line is still good. They might not have looked as amazing against the Colts the past game, but that D-line facing up with that O-line, I don't like it, And I think Kyle Shanahan's too good of a coach to let them slip to 2-5, so I'm taking the 49ers in this one. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game, but 24-16. D-line will cause too many problems for the Bears, and I'll give it to you next, Blaze.
Okay, yeah, this is a very interesting matchup. This totally smells like a Nagy quote-unquote redemption game. This is going to be one of those games where the Bears play a team that's banged up at home, and he's going to get the job done. I don't want them to win anymore. I want to change. But I just see the Bears going back to that, feed Herbert and Williams the rock enough times. So I'm going to go Bears 17, 49ers 10, but I really hope I'm wrong, to be honest.
So we're still not sure. Montgomery was supposed to actually start practicing. Yeah, but it's unsure if he's actually going to play, though, right?
Yeah, it's up. I think he's more because the next week we play Monday night. I think he gets an extra.
Or no, you got to buy next week, and then the next week it's right?
No. It's the bye after the Steelers.
Okay. All right. Well, Chris, you up next. Who do you got?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Both teams have not looked good lately. Granted, that Niners game, my God, was it like a monsoon over there? So yeah, not a lot was going to happen in that game. But I'm going to agree with Blaze on the fact that defensive front is still pretty good. We can never stop Bosa, truly, especially with the banged up line that the Bears have. So I will take the Niners. Real low scoring. I'm going to say it's 19-13.
Fair. Cole, how many field goals?
Oh man, they're definitely
How
good.
many field goals this
They're
week?
definitely going to kick a couple. I think 49ers are going to come out. I think it'll be a low-scoring affair. It'll be an ugly game, and I honestly think Kyle Shanahan is going to fucking bench Garoppolo, and Trey Lance is going to come in, and he's going to beat the Bears because, they just won't know how to defend him because he's a new kid. He probably will make some good throws, and he's got some wheels on him. So I think the 49ers will come out on top. I think it'll be a low-scoring affair. Bears will kick 3 field goals and score no touchdowns, and they will be. It'll be 9-17. 49ers.
9-17. Very fair. All right, well, next up, Eagles at Lions. And, the thing I'm afraid of is that the Lions are just zapped after they've put everything on the table. And it's like I wonder how many efforts like that they can put forth. Even though this is a worse team, could they just be completely zapped this week? But the Lions have to win this one. There's not a worse team on the schedule after this. Maybe the Bears, but they're like Atlanta. Maybe they could win that. Pittsburgh, maybe. But this is like their best shot at getting a W, and it's extremely hard to go 0-17. The Lions or 0-16. The Lions did it, but I don't think this team is as bad as that team. At least the coaching is better. So I'm actually going to pick the Lions to win this one. I think that Campbell will be able to design a game plan to come away with this one, and it'll be sneaky. So I got the Lions 21-17. So, Chris, we'll go to you next.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a must-win for the Lions. I am not impressed with Philly at all. They make games look close, but not until late third, mid fourth. They have to come back from a huge deficit. So if the Lions can capitalize on that right away, I'm giving this one to the Lions 27-25.
Fair. Cole?
Yeah, so I'm also going to kind of be on the Lions bandwagon this year because it is very, very hard to go 0-16, let alone 0-17. I think the Lions will eventually become the first team to go 0-17, but I think that this will be the game that they have to win. I mean, they have to win this game, and the Eagles have been pretty shitty. They have not looked like a very good team. So I think the Lions will win. I think it'll be another ugly game. But Dan Campbell, he'll give an amazing halftime speech, probably be crying and, punching people or hitting his head against a wall and drinking fucking 40 ounces of black coffee. And but I think the Lions will pull it out. It'll be 24. Let's do 24-16.
All right, please.
Too much optimism in the Lions. Don't you guys know that Garner Minshew, my spirit animal, is now the second string quarterback up in Philly?
He's no number 2.
Yeah,
That's why you got the headband on this week. Okay.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
I was Garner Minshew for Halloween 2 years ago. No, my initial thoughts are, this is the most winnable game. But they've been playing games where they could win up until this point. So there's no reason for me to believe otherwise until Jared Goff and revamp that secondary. I think Jalen Hurts is actually going to have a pretty good game. And what's going to happen? DeAndre Swift is probably going to have a good game, but who are you throwing to outside of Hawkinson and Swift? At the end of the day, the Eagles are a bad team, but the Lions are just worse. So I already put my gambling chips in on the Bears the last game. So I'm going to say that the Eagles win this 24-16.
Okay. The inverse of what Cole just said, so that's interesting.
The Eagles.
Packers at Cardinals on Thursday Night Football. And so the Packers are in the midst of it might be a COVID outbreak, but everybody is in COVID protocol. Both Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard are in COVID protocol after defensive coordinator Joe Barry tested positive for COVID, and we don't know how much deeper it will go. I think this is the first real possible COVID outbreak we've seen this season. I'm not sure if I can call it an outbreak yet, but it's not looking good. Valdez-Scantling might return, but then there's no word on Zadarius Smith, David Bakhtiari, or Jair Alexander. But this comes down to my second point here. The Cardinals are my Super Bowl pick for the NFC this year. I think they are too damn good. I think Cliff Kingsbury and DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray, they're going to just run away with it here. I don't think they're going to go like 17-0, but like they're going to take care of business like this year. I think they could go 16-1, 15-2. Like they are the real deal. Kyler Murray is the true MVP. I'm picking the Cardinals to win 45-14. It's going to be a complete drubbing. And the Packers are going to not look good at all. And, it's just going to show that the Packers, once again, are probably going to lose in the NFC Championship or before. So, Cole, I'll leave that to you.
You son of a bitch. No, I am faithful that the Packers will win because, I mean, even without Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers has never lost a game. He's 6-0 without Devontae Adams. He's got that swagger. He's feeling good. He just had he threw for multiple touchdowns and ran for a touchdown in a game. He's done that 13 times. He's done that more than anyone else. I think he's going to put on a clinic and show why he's still fucking amazing at football. Even with some of the injuries and stuff, he can make a lot of people. He can make any wide receiver look good. It'll be a close game. I mean, the Cardinals are fucking. They're a really good team. And they're rolling, and they are by far our biggest test of the season. If the Packers win this, I am all in on the Super Bowl. Not already. But it'll be a very big test. And besides, if we lose, I got lots of excuses now with the whole COVID stuff, ruining everything. Oh, Devontae Adams and stuff. But no, Packers will win. It'll be a very, very fun and an exciting game. I think it'll be 42-35 Packers.
42-35. All right, interesting. Blaze?
Oh, okay. So it's very interesting because I feel like if this is a Sunday night game, I'm actually on Eric's side. This is one of those weird Thursday night games where that usually turns sloppy shoot 'em outs because they just don't have enough rest. So I do think the Cardinals are the superior team. I think they built a great team around Kyler Murray. Cliff Kingsbury, as you said, has been a phenomenal coach. My issue is that who do you trust more on 4 days of rest? With or without Devontae Adams, I think still. So I think the Packers actually win this in just a sloppy, fun shootout that Thursday Night Football to be. I'm not saying that the Packers are a better team than the Cardinals. I'm saying that they're in a better situation to win if it were to happen. So, that being said, I think the Packers get the running game going again. They limit the on the field as an offense, and it's gonna be something crazy like let's say Packers 37, Cardinals 30.
All right, Chris?
Yeah, so I'm very curious to see if the Packers defense can continue this little momentum they have in the red zone into this upcoming game. I would like to see that happen, but I don't know if they have the right pieces to do that. So I actually will be taking Arizona for this one. Not as high as you guys are predicting. I'm going to take Arizona 32-28.
32-28. Well,
it's not a bad score.
Yeah, on to Sunday Night Football. Cowboys at Vikings. And, I mean, Vikings...
I refuse to pick.
Yeah. Vikings were 3-3 going into the bye. And obviously you got the Dallas Cowboys being the lone team in the NFC East that are actually doing well. They're 5-1. Dak back to looking like the real deal. I was a longtime skeptic of Dak. But I think this year, just coming back from that leg injury, I'm watching him now, and I'm just like, okay, they need this guy, and Kellen Moore knows how to design that offense around him. I think it's in Minnesota, though, so I think the Vikings will play them close, and I actually like what I've been seeing so far from Cousins. Like, he hasn't been getting blown out in any of these games, and he's been playing pretty mistake-free football. But that being said, I think it's just going to come down to Cowboys are just the better coordinated team. I'm not going to say better coach team because Mike McCarthy seems to just slip into these cushy situations wherever he goes, and he ends up winning. But they are the better coordinated team. And so I'm going to take Dak and Dem Boys 28-24. Chris, we'll give it to you next.
Mr. Primetime himself, Kirk Cousins, not going to show up when we need him, unfortunately. I think he's got a losing record in primetime games, whether it be Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. But he's getting that dub this week. He's gonna actually get the dub. I have a feeling they're gonna game plan to try to avoid Diggs as much as possible. That dude's just picking everybody off left and right, and they're gonna try to avoid him. And I'm going with Minnesota, actually kind of big, 42-28.
Okay.
Statement.
42
game.
points.
Statement game, exactly. What they need.
Trayvon Diggs apparently, he's had a pick every game, but then, he has been letting up a lot of yards to opposing wide receivers.
What a Lions thing to say.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's being amazing. He gets the offense the ball so many times and, steals possessions and gives us more points. But he gives up a lot of yards. Okay, just be happy for the guy. He's good. Matthew Stafford is good.
Coincidental. Okay? It can be pretty coincidental. Sometimes it's just right place, right time, and yeah, you got to finish it up and catch the ball. But I don't know, man. I think
you hating on Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, you got you got to bet big to win big, and that's what Trayvon Diggs does. And that's why the Cowboys are going to go in and they're going to fuck up the Vikings. Kirk Cousins is going to go throw 3 interceptions, all of them to Diggs. Diggs might have 2, pick sixes in a game. That would be phenomenal. But he might give up 100 yards or something in receiving, but he'll get a bunch of points. I think the Cowboys are going to smoke the Vikings. And I think it'll be 38-16. And Big Mike is the best guy, coach for just show up into a awesome spot and be like, I'm not gonna call plays for the offense or the defense. I'm not really gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let you guys do what you're gonna do, and we're still gonna run the same offense and all the same stuff. And I'm just gonna be the head coach and take all the credit because I have a phenomenal quarterback. But that's my assessment.
Coach. Oh, yeah. Phenomenal quarterback coach or something. I don't know. He's not a quarterback, is he?
No, coach. He has
He
has a phenomenal,
quarterback.
He has a phenomenal quarterback, like Dak and then Rodgers and Favre. He's been very fortunate.
Well, Gardner Minshew, you're up next. What do you think?
I have to tend to agree with Cole more than anyone. Man, I've been wanting to talk about these Cowboys team all season. Man, I hate the Cowboys, but damn, that team is just in fuego right now. I think they could have week 1, which I think we all thought they were, getting fed to the wood chipper. And since then, they've, unlike the Packers, have won impressive games. You go back, the Chargers, I think, was my favorite of all of them. Dak Prescott is that man who's paying me $75 million a year. I earned it, and now he's out there earning his paycheck. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best up-and-coming wide receivers, and he's juxtaposed to Amari Cooper, who is already one of the top 10 wide receivers. Zeke looks better. I'm still not sold on him. I still think Tony Pollard is a better running back, but Devin Schultz looks good at tight end, and then you guys are talking Diggs, but I think a lot of people are forgetting that Micah Parsons got drafted by the Cowboys, and he has been playing amazing. It baffles me what this team with a good head coach would actually look like. And shout out to Dan Quinn, who's been fucking amazing at defense coordinator. They've literally turned this whole, I've never seen 2 different defenses in my entire life. No. So we got this red hot Cowboys team coming off a bye week, playing Kirk Cousins and this ragtag Vikings team also coming off of a bye week. I think it's in the stars. I don't think the Vikings are really that bad, like talent-wise. It just doesn't seem like this is the type of game that they're going to win. So I don't think it's going to be a blowout like Cole said, but I think they're going to 10 plus. I'm going to go ahead and say 31-21. The two quarterbacks are going to have similar stat lines. They're both going to throw into the 300s. But the difference is the Vikings don't get past the goal line, and the Cowboys do this year. So 31-21 Cowboys.
Fair. All right, well, we move on to our fantasy draft. Blaze won his first week, I think, since week 1. He won this week with 52.7 points. Makes up some ground in the overall standings here, but he's still a good, 50 points behind the first place team. But these things can change in a week. I think so. But, yeah, Cole takes the overall fantasy lead.
Oh, yeah.
He has 327.44 points to Chris's 325.82 points. And then I am in third place now because I had basically an egg of a week. 300.78 points total, and I only had 23.46 points. I was in last place this week because I picked Justin Fields and Amon-Ra Brown. So I won't be picking them again. Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
more.
we got 4 teams this week. Yeah. Well, all right. We got Blaze going picking first, me second, Chris third, and Cole last.
Oh, I think DeAndre Swift is the easy number 1 pick.
That's okay. Yeah, I like that. Shit. I think I'm going to pick. You know, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm going to pick Justin Jefferson going up against Trayvon Diggs.
Like it. Let me get. I know I took him last week, but he did me good. So let me take Khalil Herbert again.
Yeah, he's been really solid.
He'll have a good game.
Well, I am gonna take the A-Rod, Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers combo, because I mean he's gonna be just whipping the ball to him the whole game, and Jones is gonna
make
get
a
5
rule. You can't take
touchdowns.
any Packers.
That's it's impossible. Why would I not pick the best players?
Now my second. Do I take a receiver? Yeah. I don't know what receiver to take. Holy shit.
Devontae's available.
Actually, no. We're going Cousins.
Cousins? All right.
Yeah.
That might be the smart pick.
So if somebody does pick Devontae here, I mean, you're gonna have to take like MVS or Randall Cobb as the replacement if Devontae doesn't.
Dude, Cobb's probably gonna have a giant game if he doesn't.
Good. Yeah.
I don't think Adams is gonna play. If he hasn't,
it's a Thursday game.
Yeah, I think they have to have like 3 negative tests in like 3 days, and if he hasn't had one,
2 if you're vaccinated, and Adams is vaccinated. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Dalvin Cook. You guys left me him. I'm taking him.
Not bad.
Can you spare me a Thielen, an Adam Thielen?
No.
More than a Thielen?
It's more. I like that.
That's actually better than Blaze's jokes.
Shit. Then let's go Tanyan. Robert Tanyan.
Robert Tanyan. All right. I will pick.
If he ever sees me again, he's gonna kick my ass.
Yeah.
I could be like, no, look at my other way I pronounce people's names.
Okay, so Blaze has not picked a QB yet, but you guys have, so I can get Goff on the turnaround here. So I'm gonna pick TJ Hawkinson.
Oh.
Fancy.
Let's see here. There. Who do I want? Got Herbert. Who the hell was my second pick? I don't remember.
Cousins.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's who it was.
The forgettable cousin.
Yeah, that's right. We'll go with the opposite of initials, Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet.
I'd pick Conklin over him at this point.
Conklin's decent, yeah, but
Yeah,
He's
we'll see.
steady. He's a steady 6 points. You know?
Mhm.
I will take Conklin, and then I will take. I mean, I gotta take Cobb. Just load him
Randall
up.
Cobb.
Yeah. Fuck,
All right,
I should
Chris?
just change my tight end to Mercedes Lewis and pick up the Packers defense and just be all pack go.
Not if I. Well, actually, no. I
boy.
probably won't get a chance. Anyway.
I gotta look up one person. Give me 1 second here. But I will have my answer. We're gonna go with. I have a feeling he might do good for the Lions this week. Khalif Raymond.
Yep, he actually did well yesterday. Or I mean,
He was their
on
number one
Sunday.
wide receiver on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. So
There's
he's
no
the number
Bears
one wide receiver.
receivers.
You know what's fucking weird? Like Tyrell Williams, he's been out with a concussion since like week 1. Didn't he get concussed
Really?
week 1? Yeah, and he was
It's very
he was
early.
supposed to be the number 1 guy this year, but yeah. All right, I'm picking Jared Goff. Malibu's most wanted.
Alright. So I guess I'm stuck with Bears QB. I'm assuming Justin Fields.
That is correct.
But
You have
I
to pick of all the
am.
defense.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bears defense though.
Wow.
I think they're gonna allow the least amount of points. The least amount of points.
And these other 2 matchups are pretty tough. And I'm going to pick the Lions defense over the Packers and Vikings defense.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, fuck
Yeah.
it. You know what? Just piss Cole off. Take the Packers.
Packers D. So that means
Yeah, take him tonight.
Wow!
yeah. It means Cole's stuck with the Vikings defense.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe Randall
Hey,
Cobb
donate the
can
player,
get you like
baby.
3 touchdowns or something. Who knows?
Hey, he's gonna.
Well, there we have it. Blaze's team is DeAndre Swift, Adam Thielen, Robert Tonyan, Bears QB, Bears D. My team is Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, TJ Hawkinson, Jared Goff, Lions defense. Chris's team is Khalil Herbert, Kirk Cousins, Cole Kmet, Khalif Raymond, and the Packers defense. And then Cole's team is Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Conklin, Randall Cobb, and Matt Nagy. And I'm just kidding, Vikings defense. And that'll round it out. We could probably next year pick like a coach, you know, like they do that in some fantasy leagues where you can pick a coach.
How the
and
hell
it's
do you
like
score that?
if you win by like 10 plus points, you get like 10 points or something. Every win costs or it will give you points.
Weird.
But yeah.
Hey, so next week when Cole's out, are we gonna have someone
Kevin.
whoever drafts for him? That's his points.
Yeah. I got my buddy Kevin, so you're gonna have to trust in Kevin, Cole.
Oh, I know. I trust him. He's gonna pick Packers players. I mean, come on, they're the best.
Yeah. Most likely. All right,
Last
well
time I
that's it
saw
for
him,
us
he
this
was
week.
excited about the Brewers. So
If you were
that won't
enjoying
count.
the World Series, go enjoy the World Series.
Yeah.
Even though it's boring. And all right, have a good weekend, guys. See ya.
bear down, baby. Let's go.